Able to do something in addition that you can use to help you on your resume, to get noticed, to be able to get that position is really what we want to share with you. We really, in closing, we just really want to challenge you and motivate you, if we can, to do what you need to do to become job ready. You know, I'm not much for sugarcoating things when I say that you know, it's very, very important how you handle your future. I mean, it's not easy. It's very, very tough. I know how difficult it is. I look at myself each day and I think, you know, I'm glad I have a job. I'm very fortunate to be in the position where I am, even on those days that get pretty tough. And I think, oh, you know, I'd like to be doing something else. But, you know, you work hard to get where you are. The global competition is fierce. You know, we all, I believe, realize that a college degree is very, very important, but it's not the only thing that you have to have now. You have to have something that helps you stand out and makes you that person that has that little cutting edge that could give you that opportunity to get your foot in the door, to get yourself a position. So look at doing whatever you can. Imagine what you could do in different projects that you could add to your portfolio, the types of skills that you're working on and mastering. Anything that you can do that can surround yourself with ideas and projects that could help you sound kind of like Ben did when he went into that interview. I hope that some of this has been, you know, helpful for you, to give you an idea what we feel is important at Oracle. I know this was a very short presentation, but we care very much about education. Larry Ellison is dedicated to education. He believes in it very wholeheartedly, and we have no problem traveling around the world and providing, you know, what we believe is cutting-edge technology to anyone who is really interested in being part of it. I would like to encourage all of you to take a look at the Facebook page that we have provided, and if you have any questions, I'd like to open the floor up, because I know some of you are thinking like, well, what about internships and things along those lines? I will close with this. I would like for you to go out to the Oracle website. When you go out to the Oracle website, there are listings for internships that are available. And that is a good opportunity, a good way for you to be able to apply for one and possibly work with us for a few months, a couple of months during the summer when you have time off. We've done it in the past with a couple of people in our organization who have now turned into full-time employees, and they really have done a nice job. We've identified their strengths, and we're like, you know, they're fresh in our mind. They stood out because they applied themselves to do something a little bit beyond what was required of them to get their degree. So, I want to thank you so much. I'd like to open the floor to any questions you might have.
All right, let's thank Sir. They go first. All right, do you guys have any questions?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
How would you suggest we take our own personal, programming projects and sort of vault them up to the level of, say the Google competition? I mean, because when you're in an interview and you say, oh, well, I was sitting at home, I wrote this program.
Well, listen to how you're presenting that.
Well, right.
Now, I'm not cutting that down. But you need to take what you did. The fact that you sat at home and you did create this. It's the presentation of, it's how you're communicating what you've actually done. Now, I realize you're asking me, how could you create something? I wish I knew how to create a Google type competition, because I would probably be doing that myself. I think it's fascinating, because I took a look at what they've got out there and it's amazing. But don't discount what you've done, and take what you have done at home and you create. Let's say you created this at home and you've never had a chance to use it. But think about your friends, your colleagues that you are in school with. Think about how you could apply that. You could do some testing with them. You could put yourself out there. Maybe work with a high school that is a feeder program into Georgia State that is sending students here. There's probably a science teacher or technology teacher out there that may be interested in knowing that you have something like that available, some technology that maybe their students could get interested in, and it would get you an opportunity to get some credit for having some testing or someone using it. I would say take what you've done and think about how you can package it. Think about the packaging. So take the Google competition, look at what they've done with the packaging. How did they make, what made you want to look at it? Why does it sound interesting? And if you strip all that down, take what you've created, and then begin to build that. I would begin to build that as a marketing. You're marketing yourself. I hope that helped a little bit. I'm not,
No.
just to give you an idea of what I would suggest.
Yeah.
But that's a great question. Great question.
Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
One question I've always found, I also have a degree in mathematics, and nobody seems to think that's important.
Oh, it's
They
extremely
say that,
important.
but they don't
Yeah.
seem to understand it. They always say, why are we doing math? And I thought that'd be just sell you on critical thinking skills right away.
Well, I mean, it is mathematics, physics, the sciences, mathematics. Right now, there's a very, as you probably have heard, you know, in Washington, there's a big push for getting back into math and sciences. The program that we are working with, you know, at the Oracle Academy focuses on using math and technology. We're really the T in the STEM, the whole idea behind all of that. Mathematics is critical. I mean, I think it's very important. I mean,
What areas of math are you interested in?
I beg your pardon?
What areas of mathematics are you interested in at Oracle?
now that I would have to do some research. You know, if I can get, if you could collect, like if we, I don't work in that particular area of development or where that would be necessary, but I am sure that in the product development teams, when they're looking for all the different algorithms and trying to figure out how to make something terrorist-proof from the, you know, hacking side, I'm sure the mathematics skills are out there, and I'm not sure what those are, but if I can point you in a direction, I will certainly do
I'm just saying, I
that.
think that's what most interviews are. They're like, I don't know what to do with this.
Wow, yeah, wow, I wish I was good in
Yeah,
mathematics.
if they do computer science, they know exactly what the keywords, but math, they just don't see what it's about.
Okay, well, let me see what I can come up with. I mean, I can point you in some direction, some ideas of where mathematics is a key component when we're doing our process of looking for people we're hiring. Where mathematics is a key word that's being used with a background in mathematics.
Right, so there's so much that's not very practical, but they seem to like, the professors like to do a lot of the theory, and
Sure.
it means nothing to the corporations, I think. These sort of proofs they come up with.
I don't know the answer to that because that's going in a direction I'm not sure. I don't hire in that area and I don't have the experience. My mathematics skills are kind of challenged. But I understand what your question is, and I understand what you're saying and how to get your resume out there that has the right buzzwords in it
Yeah, because I have
that
this
are being
computer
picked up.
science, I say all this stuff, and I think, what can I say in math that would impress them, and I can't think of anything.
Okay, that's a good one. Well, let me get back to you. Let me throw that out there and see if I can come up with something. If I can get I'll communicate with you later. We'll figure it out. Great. Anything else?
Anyone else?
Well, again, I really do want to thank you for allowing me to come in here today. You've been fantastic, and I know you've got a lot of other cool things you need to do. And if we can do anything else, by the way, I did bring some little giveaways. I got each of you brought a flashlight. It's a keychain flashlight. It's got some extra batteries, and it's a flashlight keychain with Oracle on it. So I'd like to give each one of you one of those. So before we go,
All right, so we also have something for our speaker, Sir Benson.
oh wow!
So we really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It's very kind
And
of you.
yeah,
I like this.
I would like to call all the officers here in front so that we can take a picture with our speaker.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, where were you going?
All right, so thank you all for coming, and
Yeah,
we'll
here
pass
are,
this giveaways.
here are these, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. There should be enough for everybody, and I think there's some extras. Why don't you use them for like some door prize things you can use to give away, and do some of that
Cool.
stuff for
Yeah.
some of so those are all for you guys.
All right. Well,
Thank you
Mr.
very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.